Hi guys, it's Tracy from Cleverly Inspired, and I'm back with another project that I bet you never thought you might be able to do. Put up a light fixture all by yourself. You can do it. It is super easy, and there's a lot of nice lights out there that make a huge statement with very little cost. I put in this lantern in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to do one too. If you have a lantern or a light fixture that you want to update, it's really easy, and I'll show you the steps.
So your very first step is going to be to find your electrical box. Mine is in the basement. Most are in the basement in one of your corners. You just got to open the box. Most electrical panels will have writing on one side to let you know what number corresponds to what room. So since we're working in the kitchen, ours is located on number 25, and so number 25 we had already switched off. Hope this is focusing here. See, all the other ones are on, and this one has been switched off. Most important step. So as you can see, here's our old light. I'm going to check and make sure the lights don't come on, so that means that that was the right breaker, and we are ready to do some electrical work. Some of the tools that you're going to need to do this are a couple pair of pliers, a needle nose plier and a regular set of just grip pliers, a couple of electrical, I'm trying to remember what they're called. They're basically going to cap our wires together, so it's going to be safe inside the electrical box. A large S hook is helpful for the light to be held up there while you're wiring. A pair of wire cutters, a Phillips screwdriver, and this is what most brackets look like that you're going to screw to your electrical box. So again, yours might look a little different. It just depends on the light. For this one, we're going to screw it to the box this way, and that these screws actually hold this up in place when we're finished. So what we first have to do is take down our old pendant light, and most are held together about the same way. This nugget up here is actually a screw. This comes undone. When that comes undone, your plate will come off, and you get a good look at what you have inside. So it's really just as easy as taking that first screw off, and then you can kind of see the bracket that you already have up here, the wires that are coming out of your electrical box, your screw that's holding your chain up. This is also going to come off. I'm going to twist this off, and then I will show you what I'm left with. So you can see I've taken this screw off. This long screw is basically what holds your fixture up. The wires come in the center of it, down through the whole entire fixture, and up through the electrical box to connect to your house wires. This is your ground screw. They are copper, and that's why you're going to have 3 wires you're going to have to connect. You're going to have to connect your ground and then your black and white. So the next step I'm going to take is I'm going to disconnect the ground wire, and I'm going to take these screws, these 2 bracket screws off. That will allow this entire light fixture to come down. So I've loosened this nut, I've loosened these. Now I'm going to undo my wires that are currently connected to this light. You just go lefty-loosey, and these come right off. And you'll be able to see the wires that are put together, which is basically how we're going to install the other one. Just put one of these back on. So I'm going to take these off. I'm also going to take out my ground wire, and then I'll be able to pull these wires, and the light fixture will be off. So after I've disconnected all the wires, I'm able to tug the wire, and it'll come right through that hole. So this was my old fixture. that is now disconnected. And now I am ready to connect with these 3 wires my new fixture that'll be held up there. Depending on your light fixture, you might be able to use the same bracket. Most times they come with their own bracket, and this one did. So I will be taking down the brackets that's there, then I'll be putting in this new bracket. So this is my bracket for my new light. I have taken off the old bracket, and the new bracket's gonna sit same way, and the screws will be on the left and right side. And I'll show you that I'll put that in. So I have the new bracket up, and I've put the screws in. This is in really good. You want to make sure this bracket's in good, because this is actually what's supporting your whole light. So most of these pendant lights come with chains, and you need to open the last link of the chain and connect it to the pendant light. And then you also open the other end of the chain, because that link is going to eventually connect to the top of the plate that holds it to the electrical box. So I hope that made sense. Similar to how I hung this one. The bottom link of the chain is opened and then closed, and then the top link is opened and then closed so that the chain will support the pendant. I've weaved all my electrical wires through the chain, and now I am ready to go about installing my wires to my house wires. So basically you'll have 3 house wires coming out of your house box. This is a ground, the white, and the black. Your new light fixture will also have 3 wires. This is your ground, this copper one, this brown one for me, and you basically split it in 2. You can either use some pliers, sometimes you can just get your nail in there, it'll split. And you want to split it about 1 inch or so that you'll have enough room to connect it to these with your wire caps. So you need to take some wire strippers and actually expose the wires that are under this insulation. And a wire stripper makes it a little easy to do. You're basically going to clamp it and then pull, and it kind of sheds the skin of the wire. So you've put your wires through your chain, then you need to make sure your wires go through the top of your plate. This is going to be next to my ceiling, but the wires have to go through the center before you hook the wires to your house wire. So this copper wire connects to your ground. It's normally a green screw. So my wires are wrapped around there, and then you just screw it tight so it's going to hold those wires in place. Then we're going to take the ribbed or white wire, and that also connects to your house white wire. The smooth wire connects to the black wire, and we're going to use our wire nuts. So I've wired the chandelier wire to my house wire, and you kind of wrap it around. Both wires are exposed, so you have to put a wire nut to protect them once you close it up. And then all of these wires get all tucked back in. So here's our finished light fixture, all hooked up and ready to work.